What's cooking, guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm sharing a very special appetizer for the upcoming Super Bowl, and these are my buffalo chicken and blue cheese wontons with this super flavorful homemade chicken filling and a little help from the store. You're gonna get to make these easy and amazing appetizers for Super Bowl. Now, I am not a football fan at all. I don't even know how the game is played, to be honest, but I know that food is a big part of the Super Bowl excitement, so I really wanted to share this recipe with you guys. So do consider subscribing if you're new here and you'd like to join the foodie family, and also hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And now let's get cooking. Let's start by marinating the chicken. I have 2 chicken breasts here already cleaned, and to this I'm adding a tablespoon of olive oil. Then I have cayenne pepper to taste, smoked paprika about half a teaspoon, a teaspoon of garlic powder. You can also use fresh garlic here instead. And then I'm adding chili powder about half a teaspoon. I have some dried thyme here, or you can use fresh thyme, about half a teaspoon. And then I have onion powder, about 1 teaspoon. And then some black pepper to taste. And of course, some salt to taste as well. And as usual, all these spices can be adjusted to your taste levels, guys. I used enough to season 2 chicken breasts here. And then I'm mixing the spices into the chicken to properly coat it and marinate it. You can set this aside for now for about 20 to 30 minutes. And after about 20 minutes, I'm going to heat up a pan here and add some olive oil to cook with and let that warm up too. Once it's heated, you can add the chicken breast and let that sizzle up and cook it to perfection. For chicken breast, it won't take too long to cook, maybe about 10 minutes on each side, or until it's fully cooked on the inside. You want to turn these over as you see them browning on each side, and I'm cooking them on medium-high heat here. Keep turning them over so they don't burn, but get that beautiful caramelized golden brown color as you see here. And I checked on the inside if they were done, and once they are fully cooked, you can take it out in a bowl to cool them down. And once the cooked chicken breasts have cooled down about 15 minutes later, I'm going to start shredding them with my fingers here. You can use 2 forks if that's easier for you, but this was just easier for me and quicker as well. I'm just shredding them pretty finely, but not too fine so that you don't see them in the wontons as a filling. You want to keep the shreds big enough so that it has a bite to it. And now here is my shredded chicken. You can see it's the right size. And then to this I'm adding some buffalo sauce from the store, and I'm just mixing it all in, incorporating it really well. Add as much as you want to here, but I added a few tablespoons to a quarter of a cup, I would say, so that it lightly coats the chicken, but also giving it another dimension of flavor. You don't want to soak the chicken in this sauce, as this is a filling, and it just needs to be dry enough. So here I have my shredded buffalo chicken filling. I will also be using blue cheese to add a mild creamy texture, but you can use a cheese of your choice. And then I have store-bought wonton wrappers here. You can also get eggroll wrappers or spring roll wrappers and cut them smaller for this recipe. And now to make the wontons, I'm taking 1 sheet of the wrapper, and then I'm using some water for the edges to seal it properly. Then take some of that chicken filling and add just enough in the center, and then put in some of that blue cheese, again not overfilling it. Then to close it, take 2 opposite corners of the wrapper and join them in the middle, and then bring in one side and start sealing the edges together as I'm showing here. And then do the same thing by bringing in the last edge to the center and sealing it together with the other edges to close the whole wonton up. I'll show you how to make one more for clarity. And this took me a second to master, but it was fun to make. And if you have kids, this would be a great task to do with them. And here I have all of my wontons ready to be fried now. To fry these bad boys up, I have a deep Dutch pot here, and I'm going to be heating that up on medium-high heat and adding some canola oil enough to deep fry them. Let this oil fully heat up, but keep an eye on it. And once the oil is hot, you can start adding the wontons we made earlier. Now I have to admit, I could have let the oil get hotter here as the wontons didn't float right up. But it was good enough for me. This was only the first batch, so there's always trial and error. But my other batches, as you'll see later, as soon as I put the wontons in the hot oil, they floated right back up, and that's how you gauge oil for frying. And let these wontons cook and get a nice golden brown color. I had turned down the stove a bit to medium-low, but I adjusted it so that they can cook quickly. Keep moving them around though with a metal spatula so they don't burn, but get a golden color all around. And once they look fully cooked and delicious like this, you can take it out on a plate lined with paper towel to get rid of any excess oil. Keep cooking all of your batches, and as you see, I only cooked a few at a time, so the oil temperature stays stable throughout. You can also air fry these till fully golden on the outside, but frying them would be more of a treat for sure. And I just want to show you the inside of these wontons. You can see the flavorful filling inside, and we also have that creamy blue cheese and crispy exterior. These turned out so good and just a perfect appetizer for any party. I made a quick dip by mixing mayonnaise and buffalo sauce together, and it paired so well with these wontons, but honestly, they don't really need a sauce on the side. These have the perfect amount of flavor in each bite. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed my appetizer for Super Bowl, which are these buffalo chicken and blue cheese wontons. You saw how easy they were to make, so I do hope that you try it out, and leave me a comment if you do, and also let me know which team are you rooting for. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe before leaving. I'll be seeing you in the next one, guys. Until then, take care of yourselves.